Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I usually don't take it for granted. By supporting me in this video again, just do me a favor, ensure you like the video. I will appreciate you so much for that like. Now, Kenyans, Jimmy Wanjigi is coming out to leak a script that he is claiming is going to make our country having election before 2027. Remember earlier on, when the Gen Z stormed the street, the aim was to ensure William Ruto with his government, they were going to go, or rather, to resign. But as much as we are concerned, we saw some individuals raising a lot of questions. If William Ruto is going to resign, who is next? But now, according to Jimmy Wanjigi, is coming out to say that he is so determined to ensure that we are going to have the new general election before 2027. I want you to listen to Jimmy Wanjigi during an interview at Citizen TV. Then we continue.
I'm a very intentional person. Very intentional person. When I stood in 2022, it was intentional, knowing very full well what was coming against me. When I've been talking about the economy of this country, it has been extremely intentional. In fact, I remember people telling me, Jimmy, you're talking to an elite. People don't understand those things. And today, you saw Gen Z talking those things. They were talking about the economy. I want to also assure you that I'm very intentional with the growth of this nation democratically. And this, what you're going to see, is a move that is enhancing that growth. And because there are many, many pots in the pie, I will not on this show tell you how it's going to climax and what is the end game. I've been in this long enough. You don't put all your eggs in front of everybody to see. So it will come, and I will even come back at your invitation. I'll even tell you, sasa imeiva. This is now what is going to happen from here, right? And Kenyans will then decide, all right? Kenyans will decide. But I can tell you, we have drawn up a script following the constitution of this land, Article 1, 2, and 3. That will bring an election before 2027.
That is the statement of Jimmy Wanjigi. When you look at the way he is so determined, the question is, what are the possibility of having an election before 2027, yet we have no IEBC on place? Remember one thing, these elections that Jimmy Wanjigi is trying to tell us is that one that I know is about recalling the MPs. The members of parliament can be recalled and we have a fresh election. I know that is something that some individuals don't know. And it has been outlined in the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya of 2010. Now, when you look at William Ruto, if the country will decide that they don't want William Ruto to be the president, then it will, of course, force William Ruto to resign. After resigning, remember, who is going to take over? It is Rigathi Gachagua. And because you saw the reasons that we were given by, let me say, the Raila Odinga's ODM party, that if we were going to remove William Ruto, we were going to remain with Rigathi Gachagua. And some policies of Rigathi Gachagua are so terrible than even the policies of William Samoei Ruto. So the basis of Raila Odinga's ODM coming out to say that we are going to rescue our country because Kenya is bigger than us, we are going to cooperate and have a working arrangement with the Kenya Kwanza government. And the first thing they did before even they had a signed working agreement in between the ODM and the UDA, Kenya Kwanza government, they submitted their members to be appointed into William Ruto's cabinet. And so then, when you look at the argument that was on place, that if we remove William Ruto, or we force William Ruto to resign, it is Rigathi Gachagua is taking over. But remember, Kenyans said, we don't want William Ruto and we don't want Rigathi Gachagua. Some individuals said, it is then the Speaker of the National Assembly who is going to take over. But again, people are saying, we don't want Moses Wetangula. So there are some questions that Kenyans are trying to question, but they are not having answers. But on behalf of, let me say, as you can clearly listen to Jimmy Wanjigi about the script that is on the place to ensure that William Ruto is going to go before 2027. We as Kenyans were just keen watching how things are going to be, because the other time you saw the government of the day claiming that Jimmy Wanjigi is behind all this Nane demonstration. And of course, he was accused of funding the Nane demonstration. But according to Jimmy Wanjigi, is claiming that if it is funding the Gen Zs, no problem. If it is about funding the Gen Zs, he has no problem. He will continue to fund them because it is not a crime to fund them. You saw 3 days raid at Jimmy Wanjigi's home. I know some people never understood what transpired by that time. Remember, on that day, Jimmy Wanjigi was spotted in CBD, Nairobi, supplying water, sometimes milk, flags across the Nairobi CBD during that Nane demonstration. And that what transpired for the police officers to chase Jimmy Wanjigi until Muthaiga, where Jimmy Wanjigi's home is in Muthaiga. So this forced Jimmy Wanjigi not to be seen anywhere and hide, because the police had flocked around his home. But now, I know some people are asking, why is that Jimmy Wanjigi is a threat to a government of the day? Remember, during the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta, the same thing happened. There's something that Jimmy Wanjigi understands very well, because even when we look at even the way he's trying to explain, at that time when William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta went to seek help during their ICC case, and Jimmy Wanjigi played a big role during the Jubilee government. It was just last time, I think 2017 there, when Jimmy Wanjigi decided to support Raila Odinga, if I'm not wrong. And so today again, during this regime of William Ruto, we are seeing Jimmy Wanjigi being also again facing the same thing he faced during the Uhuru Kenyatta's government. So according to the statement that Jimmy Wanjigi is giving out, is this threatening the government of the day, or they are thinking that Jimmy Wanjigi is just an ordinary Kenyan? So we are just waiting how things are going to be, because Jimmy Wanjigi is saying we are going to have a fresh general election that is going to happen before 2027. So that is what we are waiting, you know. But I know Kenyans are asking, what are the scenarios that are going to lead William Ruto to go? But of course, you can see how William Ruto is moving across the Republic of Kenya in the name of taking development to various counties. But the truth of the matter is, the man has no basis at all. I know some individuals don't understand, but with time you will understand. I know even when you look at what he launched today in Kisumu, not Kisumu, Kisii and Nyamira, you can understand Kenyans that this man had no basis. Even development that he was claiming, nothing, you know. Hata hizi mastima mnadanganya, ni stima tu ya kuonyesha example, video ishike, ionyeshe kwamba anafanya maendeleo, lakini akishatoka hapo zinangolewa, anaenda shughuli zake. The same to what you saw even during the development of roads. Yeah? Anakuja ana launch, anabeba matrakta zake, anarudi nazo. So I think Jimmy Wanjigi might have a solution, which for me, I don't want to judge for myself. Please give your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.